up, everybody? Gymkhana Josh here. Let's get down to business right away on this video. This bike that I'm riding right here is for sale. This bike is a 2002 Yamaha Roadstar Warrior, and this is the first time I've ever ridden a Warrior. Well, not the first time. Today's not the first day, but the past 3 days I've been riding this around. This is the first time I've actually got to experience it. This bike is fast. Like, this bike belongs to Butter. You guys might remember if you watched my videos in the past, or the show that I used to do on YouTube, Beyond the Apex. This bike belongs to Butter, and he's selling this bike to fund some other motorcycle goodies, and I'm trying to help him out get this bike sold. My bike, I normally ride a Honda Shadow Sabre 1100. This baby right here, this is a 1670, I think, actually. And the difference between this bike and my bike is huge, night and day, black and white, whatever you want to say, the analogy. This bike has just got oodles and oodles of power and torque and get up and go. Like, even in 5th gear on the highway, it's only got 5 gears, but even on 5th gear, you know, I'm cruising right now at 65, 70 miles an hour, and I'm only at a little over 2,000 RPM. But oh my goodness, let me see if I can get a little open area right here. In 5th gear, 65 miles an hour, and just roll and go to the point where it just keeps going. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. I never knew the cruiser life could be like this. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what I really expected when I got on this thing. Honestly, I think I expected something just bigger and heavier, maybe a little bit faster than my Shadow, but this thing is ridiculous. So the night that I took this from Butter and rode it home, I noticed right away it was something different, something special. And I started watching some YouTube videos and doing some research. It turns out that this was Yamaha's, for the year, at least for the generation, it was a muscle bike. I forgot exactly what the terminology is for it, but it's basically like a bike with big displacement that goes really fast. That's the translation for whatever the title of it was. And they achieved it. They definitely got it with this bike. Air cooled, fuel injected, just big old motor. It handles really well too. Like, I'm not pushing it, obviously. I'm not out here trying to drag knees or anything like that, but just on the highway, you know, little turns here and there, it goes where I want it to go. It actually feels planted. It feels good. And honestly, I feel like, you know, once I made the decision to get into the cruiser life, I kind of set myself up for slow, comfortable riding, and I figured it would keep me out of trouble. Not that I really got into trouble on sport bikes anyway, but I figured it would just keep me out of trouble. If you get something like this, as you can see, I'm like moving. I'm moving, and I could easily see this just getting the best of you, or getting addicted to that feeling and twisting the throttle as much as you can all the time. So if you don't have any self-control, this is probably not the bike for you, even though it's a cruiser, because it just goes. My Honda Shadow, the Sabre, you know, it gets up a little bit, it has a little bit of acceleration, but you're not going to be, you know, breaking any necks or breaking any land speed records, that thing. This bike right here, actually, that's another thing I found out too, is that this bike, in its history, I guess a lot of people have used it for drag racing and set some records for drag strips, quarter-mile times, eighth-mile times on this platform. I know actually, Mr. Sinister, it's kind of funny actually. I really have developed a love. No, I'm not gonna say love at first sight, but love at first ride for this bike, because no matter what you want to do, this bike can kind of do it all. Obviously, like I said, you're not gonna be out here dragging knees or speeding around a racetrack. Maybe you could. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Maybe you could. I've seen baggers racing around at New Jersey Motorsports Park, and I know that's a big thing. So maybe you could race this thing out. I don't know, but I'm very impressed with all the different ways you can enjoy motorcycle culture using this bike. Whether that's just leisurely cruising around, it gets amazing gas mileage. I think I saw somewhere it was like 35 to 45 miles per gallon or something like that. You know, same as like any economy car, but that's kind of good for a big muscle cruiser bike. And then you want to go fast? This thing goes fast. You twist the throttle, it goes. I'm amazed by this thing. So if you're interested in picking up this bike, Butter's located in Brooklyn. So if you're anywhere in the New York City area, and you know, even if you're not in the immediate area, I mean, even if he's not willing to do it, I'd be willing to help him out to deliver it within a reasonable distance. You use your own judgment as to what a reasonable distance is. But if you're interested in it, either send me a message here on YouTube, go over to Instagram, Gymkhana Josh, send a message there. Butter's not on social media anymore, at least not as of right now, so you can't message him directly, but you can drop me a message and let me know that you're interested. I can get you his contact info, and then you guys can talk out price and all the other details of the sale. But thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. This isn't typically the type of video that I do. Normally I'm producing ramen content, motorcycle racetrack footage, or me just cruising around town bullshitting. So actually, well, maybe this is kind of like what I've been doing lately. But maybe in the future, if anybody else is out there and they want me in the local area to take a ride on their bike and give it a review, and maybe help get the bike sold with a couple views, let me know. Hit me up. As I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace.